Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Donitz's Wet Dream. So where we last left off, we had, done a pretty good round of things, weakening the Royal Navy and the shipping convoys that are coming into England. Unfortunately, due to the nature of all the combat that showed up at the end of the last episode, we've missed out on a chance to sink some British battleships, but you know what? We'll get them. I think that's these guys here. So, if we take a look at if they were going to be moving, where could they go? Up here and up here, well, we got that covered. Over here, we got that covered. Down here, we got that covered. It's really only these two locations, or staying in the middle. So what we could do to hunt these guys down, let's first take a look. Both of our subs are good and ready to go here. So what we could do is split those guys up. Now we know, or we're assuming anyway, that those battleships might be escorting convoys, so I would imagine the chances are they'd go that direction. But why not? Because getting a battleship seems like a great idea, and well, sinking two of them with one submarine might take a little bit of work. If we can do it, well, that's going to be a huge loss to the Royal Navy. We could do the same thing here, obviously. We know there's a fleet here. We could send some units out. But I think we'll just leave those guys guarding Germany for now. Let's go ahead. Hit next turn. And what did we hit? We hit a couple of destroyers. It looks like over here we've got a damaged U-boat. Probably should have got that repaired before now. But we'll try to remember to get U-104 out of the combat as soon as possible. So who have we got? Which U are you? 103. So that guy down there, 104, that's the one we're going to want to disengage. 103 is looking like he's in a pretty good location to start pumping some rounds into these destroyers at least. Let's get that move done. And let's pull up our torpedoes. Whoa, oh, we got airstrikes. Well, if we've got airstrikes, let's use those first. So, what we'll want to do is get the bomber set like so. Although I think if it's a Stuka, it's probably not going to matter that much. Let's get the dive going. Oh, that may have been a dive too early. It's tough to gauge when we should send those Stukas down. U-104, this is the dude. Or the ship that is pretty mediumly damaged. So let's disengage you. And then U-108 here should be in a pretty good position. Now, the concern, of course, with my inability... I should have done a harder turn there. The torpedoes. Okay, let's... Like, the reason I don't want to use torpedoes on freighters is I don't want to, quote-unquote, waste ammunition on ships that I can sink without shooting them. But we're not really in a good position to get two of those escort ships down right away. So, we'll get another airstrike in. Alright, let's get this positioned properly. And we'll go about like that. Even that, I don't know. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. No. Well, hopefully the Stuka survives and we can use it again next turn. We just gotta push it. That's all. That's all I need to do. So yeah, apparently the British subs don't really see us. 5 kilometers out, we are going to want to get closer. So, let's try this again. I'm hoping if we can get this right, a Stuka should be able to hit that destroyer no problem. It doesn't really look like he's on target though, if I'm honest. Alright, that should be good. Oh, maybe he is on target. That's not too bad. In hindsight, I should have been going for the destroyer. I'm in no position to hit. We'll get this sorted one day. In that case, because I'm not sure, you know, if we'll actually be able to hunt these guys down, we will. 2.7, you say. Alright. We can loose a torpedo that way. And that should have you pretty much done, Mr. Destroyer. Ah, boo. Should have put it just a little bit behind. Let's turn this way a bit. We don't have any more airstrikes. That is still too far out. I don't think that torpedo we fired is actually going to do anything, which makes me a little upset. I mean, not majorly upset. Now, you're telling me 10.9? I don't think that freighter who's pulling a turn is going to be turning that much. So I think, considering the rate of turn of freighters, we will just launch it at its nose. And even that might not be enough compensation. Well, we might get lucky with that first torpedo and hit the destroyer, which I would not complain about. But I'm not sure. Let's go to port just a little bit, just a scooch. 4.5 kilometers out still. We need to get closer. So that's that guy. If we kick it up to flank speed. And let's see. Whoops, no, let's actually get our torpedoes up. There we go. So you're telling me 3.5. And that, maybe, I don't know. I don't like that. That doesn't look right to my head. And then you are telling me 342.1. Like that. Okay, well, we'll try it. Oh, is he picking me up now? Oh, they're turning. Oh, they've got airstrikes too. Shoot. Oh, I wish it didn't zoom out so much. It's tough to tell. We lost a U-boat. Do we disengage? How many airstrikes could they have? I don't... Alright, let's keep going. Let's push it, right? They can't have more than one. Come on. 3.7, that's still a little too far out, but okay. 351.1. We'll fire one of those off. We'll see if he moves. He might not. Well, I mean, he will move. We'll see if he avoids it. And just... Oh, that bastard. Well, that torpedo hit. So we hit 2 freighters. That's not too bad. At least we'll get something. There we go. Now, we should be in torpedo range for 1 hit. I hope. No. and he's going to be going too fast. He turned on to the torpedo. I love it. I love it. Okay. So we know... Like, he's got to be in range now. So, fire. We should get the tubes reloaded quick enough to deal with him in a turn or two. And then we'll have all of those freighters sunk. Well done, us. And he's probably going to start using his guns. So the best thing we can do to avoid the guns is to dive down a little bit. That should prevent him from shelling us, and hopefully from using any aircraft they might have kicking around. Although I think they've probably used up their only airstrike. I hope. Alright, let's get ourselves turned around a little bit. That's lined up nicely, and we are 4 clicks away, 4.5 clicks away still. So like I say, what we're going to want to do is approach deep, come up when we're about 3.5, 2 kilometers, well, 2.5 to 3 kilometers maybe? We'll play it by ear. What are we at? 3.5? Okay, we can probably push this one more. We've got 2 torpedoes reloaded. So hitting this guy shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, please run into each other and kill each other. We'll turn you about like so, and we will surface. And then we can pull up these guys. We're nice and close, so we should just be able to do that for a Los. I don't think we need 2 torpedoes to take care of a destroyer. But the thing is, this might not be an insta-kill, right? So I probably should have launched 2. Because now the guns come. Alright. We'll go to port, but we will go back. Move. And then we can probably get another torpedo in here. And I'm willing to bet that he's going to die sooner than later. I just hope he doesn't sink. No, well, he's not going to sink me with that shot. But now, the safe thing to do is to not surface, is to just dive down a bit more, get ourselves, you know, out of contact, and, can we? No. Boo! I'd love to be able to fire a torpedo from below periscope depth. Right, okay. Flank speed, starboard. Boo on the slow turn there, you whatever you are. Keep turning starboard. There we go. I don't know how long a destroyer could last with 2 torpedo holes in it, but I'm willing to bet it's not long enough. So what we can do now is sort of maneuver ourselves in that direction, get up closer to the surface, And loose a rear-facing torpedo, I hope. I did not turn in the correct direction. I had a feeling that might happen. That's okay, though. Fire. There we go! That's the Valentine sunk. And while those freighters can continue moving on, you have no idea. Sink merchants and withdraw. Yay! Now, unfortunately, yaying this, that is not what I should be yaying. Fortunately, we've got a patrol here who's just desperately, desperately wounded and will need to return home. Hopefully I remember to do that after all these combats. So what do we got? We got a crew. Can I speak? Apparently not. We got a cruiser and a destroyer that we've intercepted with our split up pack. And let's see. That's about it. I didn't think we'd have much in the way of support. And the nice thing here is, now unfortunately, we need to kind of spread these. So you're telling me on one. What we want to do is get rid of the destroyer first. Yeah, he's not going to get ahead of this one. But if we do something like that, that should be a good spread that he has issues avoiding. And then we'll figure out how we go after the cruiser after that. Because I'm not sure we'll be able to catch him. But taking out a destroyer, I mean, that's pretty good. How far are you out? 11.6 kilometers, going 24 knots away from us. We're going 5.5 knots. We're never going to catch him, so let's just disengage. We've got the destroyer. Alright, well, we didn't get those battleships, so remember now, just because you've got ships in an area doesn't mean you're going to sink those ships. These areas are huge, and we don't have a lot of ships. Oops, yeah, let's get you up, and let's get you up. So that should cover that. And then now, where are my damaged U-boats? In England. Well, we don't own England, so we're not going to be able to do anything about that way. So let's take you, and let's take 3 of you, put you guys back in England. Let's repair you 2. And we need to replace our ship. So let's look through all the beautiful surface ships that we won't own. And it does suck, but you know, what can you do? We've also got the Type 21. That's not released until the 3rd week of September of 1943. And I've got to say, the chances of us actually using those are pretty slim. Until then, let's buy the U-130. And I'm thinking maybe we got a good patrol there. We got 2 more repairing. Okay. And what I might do is just leave 3 U-boats in Germany and send 2 more up, at least to the north when the Soviet trade lanes open up. What else have we got? We need... You are damaged. You are damaged. You are damaged. We've got a lot of damaged ships out here. Okay. That's fine. Let's take your light damaged, you go there. Your light damaged, you go there. Your light damaged, you'll have to go there, and we'll just have to move you up and around back into Germany for repairs on it. Because I think, at the moment, that's the only shipyard I've got. Once we get, you know, France captured in a year, then we'll have some more shipyards in, obviously the ones in Brest and Lorient, the good old-fashioned sub-pens. And I think we also can get some up in Norway as well. There's no shipyards listed up there, but I think we can get one up there. Unfortunately, the only shipyards we've got currently are obviously in Germany, so we got to get all our wounded ships back to Germany. And how is everyone else's... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Ammunition doing. It should be pretty good, right? Like 22, 22, 22, that's good. 22, 22, that's good. What about up here? 22, 22. I'm going to take it on good faith that we've got relatively well supplied U-boats here. As I still check every one. Oh, no, we do not. U-110 there. Needs to get to Labrador. So let's send the U-110 over to Labrador to get resupplied. We'll have to remember to do that next turn as well. 17, that's fine. 22, that's fine. We'll leave you guys out. And those are fine. Down here where we've seen some recent action, I would imagine we're going to need to get some ammunition in there. So that fleet there could use a top-up, but it's not critical. 18 torpedoes is still plenty to sink ships. And those guys are going for repairs, so they'll get rearmed as well. Alright, let's get all of our lightly damaged U-boats into the UK. You will definitely need to flesh out the patrols here. There we go. We can get this guy next turn back over here with a full host of torpedoes. Where we get? In the United Kingdom, 3 light damaged, 3 doing just fine, and we only have a destroyer to take care of. So I'll have to try and remember 23, 24, and 37 to send them home. .106 is not one of those numbers. 106 is in a great position to go against a destroyer. I think we can do this with one... Well, oh, this is a torpedo bomber. So this is a little bit different. Obviously, because it's a torpedo bomber. And so what you want to do is kind of get ahead of the ship enough so that the torpedo you launch will actually hit it. And that's, you know, it's a lot harder. I'll show you guys. It's a lot harder to hit a ship with a torpedo bomber than it is with a dive bomber or a level bomber. Mainly because you don't know when this guy is going to bail out. Not bail out, but bug out and stop his torpedo run. As you can see, it didn't really go all that far. 107. Where are you, 107? There you are. Okay. We don't, like I say, I don't think we really need any other U-boats here. I'll keep this guy just because if things go horribly, horribly wrong, we'll hope that that torpedo bomber hits its ship. 109 can stay as well. We'll just leave you like that. And then these guys here, the damaged ships who can't disengage, we'll just get them to go deeper. And pull them out when we can. Well, you can disengage, that's good. And you can't, so we'll get you to dive down. Even though you're in a great position on that destroyer, we've got a sub that isn't hurt who can do it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So yeah, getting the lead on the torpedoes dropped from a plane takes way more work than getting a lead on torpedoes from like a ship. There we go. Let's complete that thought. Move along. You're done. You can disengage, and you can disengage as well. Once we get you deep enough to disengage, of course. Done. Did I do this wrong? I don't think so. No. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Dive down. Done. Are we going to get lucky? We are not going to get lucky. Not with the air-launched torpedo, anyway. How close are we? 4? Let's get closer. No, you stay. Wow, these guys still can't disengage? They're very deep. Let them leave. They're wounded. They should be able to bug out next turn. I hope, anyway. Oh, we might still get lucky with that air-launched torpedo. I really doubt it at this stage. I don't think we're getting anything from that. How close are we? 4.2? Not close enough. Alright. No, well, you know what? We might as well just disengage everyone. If we wind up losing our only sub, then, you know, I've learned a lesson to not do lone wolf hunting. 4 kilometers out. I mean, I'd like to think they're a little on watch, all things considered. You know, they've been hit by a torpedo bomber. For instance, we can move a bit to starboard just to get ourselves positioned a bit better, and now I think we're ready for our torpedoes. So why don't we do 2, just to be safe. Something like that, and fire. A nice little spread. Oh, the second torpedo you didn't hit. Well, I'm sure they'll be able to dodge that. Aha! And in come the airstrikes. Alright, little submarine. Don't die. Oh, you're gonna die. So we learned a valuable lesson there today, ladies and gentlemen. When you've got 6 ships attacking something, don't hurt your chances by, you know, dropping it down to 1. This is looking much better. This is looking delicious. So let's try and figure out where my targets are. There and there. U-41, you're going to have a time of it. Breaking through these freighters. And it looks like they're going to the left. So let's start turning ourselves into a position to intercept that. Holy hell, how far away are you? What's even the point? I'm not going to be able to catch any of these escorts or the freighters this far out. Alright, well then we've got a slight change of plans with this mission here today. Usually, like I've said earlier in the episode, I don't like sinking freighters with ammunition. What do you think, 0.4? Okay. We'll hit you twice. And that should draw some attention to us. We should still be out of range, right? Okay, good. And we'll kick you up to flank speed and get you going like that way to try and intercept them. But you know, at least they're turning towards one of my ships. So we clear through the freighter shield. And we should hopefully get a line on the battleship before we run out of torpedoes. Maybe a bit to starboard. Try and get back in there. It looks like the destroyer may have picked me up, which is good. So we can get him close to us. Or closer to the submarine that just hit the freighter. So we can take out that escort. And then the battleship should be slow enough that we can kind of catch it. I hope. We're going to need you to go up to flank speed as well. Move. There we go. Looks like we got a torpedo reloaded. That's good news. Let's take you. And what are you telling me? 2.5? Why isn't... Am I... Oh, that... Yeah. That would be why. I'm sitting there on star shells trying to get those guys to fire. It's not going to work firing these shells from my deck gun underwater. Which is obviously a huge oversight. You know, we should be able to do that. That destroyer's just looking confused. Or maybe it's coming for the submarine I've got away from the convoy. There is that potential. I hope. Because then taking care of these escorts becomes a slightly easier ordeal. Well, that should be Freighter 2 done. And now we just got to hunt down that battleship. In the meantime, in between time, let's get the U-44. 7 kilometers. You are still far too far out to do anything of note to that ship. Man, and I don't know, that battleship is just... It's steaming. It's steaming away. How fast are you going? 9 knots? Well, that's not... like... unobtainable for chasing it down. Well, yeah. We'll just go a little bit to port, because we know that guy's going to keep going in that direction. Probably trying to get in range of his deck guns to start peppering me underwater. Or maybe not. Now he's going for the other submarine? This guy needs to pick his target. How close are you? We might have to just take you out of the picture here. Yeah, you're close enough that something like that should just end you. I don't know, maybe this is the reverse situation and we wind up sinking all the freighters, leaving the escorts behind. I mean, I'm not totally opposed to that. We are getting closer to Vanessa there. Which is good. We want to get close to that damn destroyer. Right, okay. Oh, well now the battleship is steaming off in that direction, going 11 knots. That's going to be tougher to hunt. And we got no more torpedo. Well, that's fine. We can get those reloaded quick enough. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get King George. But that's okay, because we should be able to get a lot of these freighters then instead. Oops, let's go back to Torpedo. How far are you out? Then we're not going to bother firing yet. We'll wait till we get close. 6.9. We're getting close. 8. Really? You said 6.9 on the last screen. Unless I misread that completely. He might be coming around wide to get this guy. Holy sh... We're way too close. Without torpedoes, too. Let's dive down a little bit. Let ourselves reload. And, I mean, honestly, at this stage, we might just want to disengage. We've done a little bit of damage. We could do more to the freighters. But we're not going to be getting those escorts, and that's kind of the objective, is to sink. I mean, obviously the overall objective is to get as much freighters sunk as you possibly can. But the more Royal Navy ships we can sink, the better position we're going to be in to fight the war. But in this case, I think it's just fine to sink a couple freighters and disengage. Especially the guy in the back, who had no hope whatsoever of taking these guys on effectively. And I mean, ultimately, this is why we're disengaging. After, you know, some success here, but we just weren't in a good position to hit the ships I wanted to hit. So, you know, we got a little consolation prize. I think it was 3 freighters. That's not too bad. And now we can just slip away into the deep. I mean, not the biggest haul, but 22,000 tons of merchant shipping, that's not too bad. Right, now, so you should have your ammunition reloaded. That's lovely. You can go join that patrol there. Beautiful. We can take these 2 guys and send them over here. Get you guys repaired. We got some more subs kicking around in Wilhelmshaven that are not doing anything. Where can we put them? Where would be a good location to get a 3rd U-boat? And I'm thinking either here or here. So let's take U-103, send them into England. Let's take U-107, send them over there. Let's take U-39 and send them down there. That should be looking pretty good. Next turn. Nothing going on there. What do we got here? We can get another U-boat out. So what we could do... Well, we could definitely get another U-boat out, which will leave us 5 back at home next turn, which means we have 2 we could potentially utilize elsewhere. No, U-37. You can go out there. There we go. Next turn. What do we got? Vimy and a large freighter. Done. Both of them. Not a problem. Let's take a look at our map. U-38 is going to be pretty useless back there. Thankfully, this guy is in a pretty good position on Vimy. In fact, we're almost in range. You can stay, but you're not doing much good there. Another turn to port. Not as aggressively. Not quite there yet. Yeah, you can just disengage. It's gutsy. But all we need is 1 hit on the Vimy. little bit of a port turn. Let's kick you up to flank speed. 5.5 knots is not getting us in range. Yeah, come closer, Vimy. Come closer. You know you want to. Move along there. Nothing yet. Almost in range. Yeah. Let's do it. Alright. I think we should be close enough. If not, you're saying 357? .1. That's maybe not a bad estimation, but I'm thinking we're close enough. We can do something like that as well. Hedge our bets. We can afford to lose 2 torpedoes at a destroyer at this stage. And we'll see how this goes. Yeah, the other one just slightly missed, but the estimation from my targeting computer was bang on. Yeah, we're not going to disengage now. No. We're going to get closer. And we're going to fire off another one. What are you saying? 357.6? Really? You think like that? Okay. We'll do that. One of these two will hit. Yay! Should be that ship down. See you later, Vimy. And now we're free to sink all the merchants. There we go. What do we got? 2 destroyers up against 3 submarines. How's our positioning looking? Pretty bad? I don't know. U-128's in a good spot on Icarus. We're in an alright spot. U-103 is in an alright spot on the Gurkha. 109. But we're behind them. I hate being behind surface ships. Okay, you're 109. So what we'll do is get you in position for the destroyer behind the Gurkha, and then U-128 should be able to take out the Icarus. We're in a good position to take out the Icarus. Let's get up to flank speed, go a little bit to port. 5 clicks out, so we'll let it wait. Huh. Okay. Now, we're not going to get a spread off here well I can. 353. 353.0. That should be okay. It depends on how hard of a turn to port this guy's doing. Or to starboard. Now he's turning back to port, which I'm okay with. Please hit. Ha! Well, the Icarus isn't coming back. I don't know if we'll be able to get the Gurkha. I mean, it's still, this submarine here is still, you know, in the best position to do anything. Oh, now come the airstrikes. We should get below the surface. The Royal Air Force is getting better at bombing my submarines. I don't know how many aircraft they can possibly have. We're going to disengage that submarine, though, just to cut our losses and make sure we've got at least one still kicking around. It doesn't look like they've got any more air attacks in them, but I don't know. I don't know a lot of things. I don't know if they're keeping it in reserve or what. Although at least the Gurkha's getting closer. What's our range on them now? 6? Come right for me. Do it. Hasn't opened up with his guns yet. Let's position ourselves a little bit. Next turn, I think we'll be in a good position. Still no gunfire, huh? I want to get a little bit closer. It's probably not a good idea. What are you telling me? 18? 18.1? 18.1. We're doing it next turn. Oh, now he is moving away. Oh, and I should have adjusted my course like an idiot. Okay, so now you're telling me 22.4. And we'll do another spread. It's pretty wasteful when it comes to ammunition. But the more destroyers we sink, the less they'll have. Are we going to get lucky here? Oh, we might. We might. Yeah, suck on that. But imagine, at the very least, we've done some good engine damage to that guy. Should make him easier to catch. So if we're pointed that way, let's get a bit of a turn to starboard. And oh, damn it. You very likely win this round, Royal Navy. Oh, no, you don't. Ha ha. Well, they can't have 3 air attacks, right? That would be ridiculous. .7. Now, I really don't think that this is going to be a hit. But hey, if it is... Oh my god, how many airstrikes do they have? That is pretty darn lucky. On the plus side, they can't possibly have 4, can they? Oh my god. I mean, that's just a letdown. No. We won't fire that torpedo yet. Shouldn't have done any damage to us. So let's cut it to port just a little bit. Now in this case I really should be approaching from lower, from deeper in the water. But I'm not going to. And that's okay, because we should be able to kill him here. And now an airstrike? It wouldn't surprise me. Still having issues. If we do something like this. Well, our torpedo reloaded. But see, what I was thinking is we could get ourselves in a position and hit him with our rear-facing tube. The only thing is I don't really like going underneath a destroyer because of the depth charge possibilities. So I wonder if it would be better to go this direction instead. Do a couple of port turns. I don't know. We probably got bounced around quite a bit there. But if we go up on the surface, we should. Yes. There we go. Easy peasy. And we'll mourn our losses. Done. Thank you. Alright, and that is it for combat. So that's good. Is there anything we can do to get ourselves ready for next turn? I think what I'll probably do is pull those two guys back into England and pull in a whole new patrol out here. Because we do need to replace some losses as well. So we'll send you three out. And then we can go in, we can repair you, and we can purchase a new one of you. Type 9, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should have done the Type 7 first and worked up to the 9. But we'll see. The Type 7 should still be able to do some amount of damage while we're out patrolling around. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.